I got a lot of growth in the last few days of the Discord, and I just want to be fully transparent about how I'm doing everything because it's not magic. So this is just a general video about how I find what I want to trade every day because we've been on a little bit of a heater, have some really profitable days back to back to back. So this is just my process, right? So this website right here is finviz.com. We're just under scanner, and if you never used a scanner before, I know I really haven't used a scanner until quite recently. A lot of people have been telling me to use one, and I have found quite a few resources that taught me how to use it properly. I'm just gonna run you guys through everything that I would use. So right now you see just some of my settings, right? And the way that I use FinViz, also the screen might be a little laggy, but my laptop's been giving me some issues, but it's okay. So the way I use this is I think of it like sorry. I think of it like you kind of want to come into a scanner with an understanding of where the market is in general, right? So right now, inherently the market is always going to be bullish, right? We're not in a bear market. Inflation is not at like peak levels. We know that we want to be trading bullishly, but even if you don't know that, I'll show you how to figure out like what to do. I'm trying to just figure out how to reset my right here, reset filter. All right. So when you open up finviz.com, you go to their scanner. Like it's just gonna be a bunch of stocks, right? You probably right here we have the charts open, but when you first see it, it's every like 9,874 stocks that you can trade. It's all of them, right? And the way that we want to find stocks that are liquid, and we're trading options here, right? So optionable. We want to first go here to average volume. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but right here, average volume, and we want to go over a million because that's a pretty good amount of trading on a single day. But if you want even more than that, I know some people like more than that. I'd go over 2 million, and because we're trading U.S. based stocks, I would filter out like Chinese stocks and all that stuff because they really don't move in the U.S. session. They move overnight, which is kind of hard to trade. So I would change the country to U.S. Then when it says option short, I would change it to optionable. Basically, what this is saying is you're able to trade options on the stock that you're looking at, or basically this list of stocks. All you could trade both long and short, which is essentially like what we're looking to do. We're trying to look for the long and short, and then the most important thing is like market cap, right? So mega stocks like the 200 billion like evaluation stocks are larger. Basically, the common household names, really big stocks, Amazon, Nvidia, all those big ones. Then you could listen. Personally, me, I like to use mega, but sometimes I'll look at large plus if I want to like large plus. Okay, let me just pick this out. Large plus is basically just like stocks that are over 10 billion, all the way to just the highest evaluation possible. For now, we'll just use mega because I like trading liquid stocks that are common household. I don't have to worry about like, am I gonna get a weird fill? Am I gonna get a weird like spread? I don't like thinking about that stuff. So now that we have market cap done, I like to look at performance. Where's performance? Performance is right here, right? So performance. If you're trading, for example, if you're trading a stock over a week, right? Let's say you're trading a day trading, like a day trading setup. So you're trying to buy a contract expiring that week. I would want to look at that month, right? I would want my first filter would be that month. I would want the stock to be up that month. So month up, right? That's basically what we're saying. And then performance two, I'd want it to look like week up, right? On that week, no, that's just week down. Week up. I'd want the stock to be continuing the trend that is set on the month, because I'm not trying to find reversals. Not my job. My job is to trade the same direction as the stock is moving. I'm not trying to catch no like any knives. I'm not trying to catch anything. I just want to be in the same direction as the stock is moving. The second thing I want to do is these are all moving averages, 20 day, 50 day, 200 day. I want to make sure they're all trading the same way. So right now, price above 20 SMA, price above the 50, and price above 200. All right, that's they're all the SMAs are gonna move the same way. I'll show you what that looks like on a chart. I it might not be in this video, but because I don't have TradingView open, and it's gonna be quite a bit of work with my laptop right now to pull up TradingView, but I'll try to get that out. But just imagine like all three lines going the same way. That's essentially what you want, right? You don't want the lines to be overlapping. You just want them to all look the same way. So then now you have a list of, instead of 9,800 stocks, you have a list about 19 really good stocks. Now, some of these stocks you'll notice are really, really traded really well today. For example, if you caught the move on ABBV, you got a 4% move. If you traded Google, Google the other day was really big. Today Google's down, but Google over the last week we traded it for 250% on the contracts. That went up like 6% on that week, and the reason we are able to find it is because we're able to look at these charts ahead of time. So what I want to do is I want to like find chart, not the overview, but right here I'm gonna find the charts. Another thing that you can also add if you're like a freak like me and you want to get like the perfect setups, you throw your EPS growth over the next 5 years, and you want a positive EPS. You just want the stock to have a forward momentum. You don't want to be trading anything that's like kind of in like an iffy area where it's a gray, where they don't know if their next quarter is gonna be green or not. So I just want stocks that are projected to do good for the next quarter and the year after and the year after. Like 5 years is a pretty good amount of time for me to trade, right? With all this being done, I have a list of 18 stocks. So we got rid of one stock. Even then, that's really good. And right now, all I want to do is I want to start just looking at setups that look good. What do I mean by look good? Like for example, this Disney setup looks awful. Look at it. Look at the chart. It's just going up and down. It's just bouncing. It's in a range. But look at the other charts. Look at GE. GE's in a trade that we're in. It's in a momentum trade. Google, another one. It touched the 20 SMA and it bounced, right? Same thing with the other one, the other Google. I mean, they're the same stock, but you get the point. The point. Like Meta also. Meta's in this clean uptrend. JPM, MA, they're all in this clean uptrend. Cisco is looking like trash, right? Cisco, Disney, they look like shit. I'm not touching that. Like they look awful. Same thing with ABBV. Even though the stock is trading above, it looks like a good chart, but like this gap right here is kind of throwing me off. I want to see a clean uptrend where I can find a nice bottom, right? And if you go, might as well trading view. I'll just pull up my trading view. I don't know if it's gonna work. My laptop might be a little bit laggy. It's gonna be okay though. It's gonna be okay. Um, this is just my basic chart, right? Same thing as always. If you want to look at my indicators, just normal VWAP volume 2 EMAs. And my EMAs, the white one is 8, the pink one is a 20. Nothing to hide here. It's pretty transparent. I'm not doing any black magic or anything. Like it's pretty simple. Anyone can replicate this. That's why I don't think like it's like fair for people to be charging so much money for just trading the most simple like the simple strategy. I don't know. It's just strange. I have like other strategies that I feel like I could make like like a profit off of if I want to sell it, but like it's not worth it for me. I rather just focus on what I know works and what I feel good about teaching, and I feel good about teaching like what I like learned. So let's look at the stocks that look good. For example, I'm gonna pull up GE. I've already marked GE up. You can see I already have like a flag on it. GE I found a really nice setup. I'm looking at the monthly chart. I've started from the highest time frame possible, which is like the monthly. I don't want to go any past that, and I'll just drop it down to like the week. So you'll notice on the weekly chart, right? Very very clean, right? Like ever since December 2023, the 8 EMA has been a pretty good like support for the stock, and then every single time that we come down to the 20 EMA, the stock has been bought, like the dip has been bought. So if you want to make like a quick amount of money, just look for when the stock hits the 20 EMA, and then just look, like okay, we dip here, we get a bounce. We dip below it, we get a bounce. I'm just looking to buy the same side as the trade is. No, it's like no point in shorting this, right? Like you see, every single time we get to the 20 EMA, we just bounce, and it's not gonna be that clean all the time. And the entire point is you want to find a setup where it is that clean, right? Like if I go to the daily, I don't know if you guys can see, but my like it's kind of lagging, right? My laptop, but it's fine. If you go to the daily, it's nowhere as clean. Like you'll notice, like no one wants to trade this downtrend, even though it is profitable. You don't want to trade this. You're trading on the wrong side of the trend. You want to be able to trade these clean bounces off the EMA or anything, any support resistance, anything you want to do. I like the EMAs. You could do whatever you want, right? Now I know, like, hey, the stock really likes the 8 EMA and really likes the 20 EMA. We're above the 8 EMA. I want to trade this for the long term while it's above the 8. And my dynamic stop loss is when we go beneath 20. And the good thing about this trade is I can be in this trade for as long as I want, as long as it fits my criteria. For example, my criteria can be, hey, like in the current trade that we're in for GE, I like this trade as long as we're above the 8 EMA and we could ride that 8 EMA up. And as soon as we start going below the 8 EMA, we start bouncing around that area. I don't like it nearly as much because we might get this choppy area for a few weeks or for months, whatever, and I don't like it. I want to be above the 8 EMA. If we go underneath, I'm out of there. Same thing goes for any other stock on this list, right? So let's look at Google, right? You can just see my watch list. Like I have like pretty good setups marked up. Like ISRG, you guys are gonna see. It's gonna be ISRG is gonna be a banger when I call that out. Like I'm trying to really find my timing on that one. I'll share that chart later. Like that's a really special one for me right now. So I'll come back to it. But look, like same thing with Google, right? With Google, you could look at it. Look, same exact idea. Like even if you ignore all my markups, ignore all my drawings, right? Same exact idea. For the last few months, every single time Google has gotten near the 20 EMA, we just bounce, right? So that's my idea. My first idea is like, okay, we're in an uptrend. Every single time we go near the 20 EMA on the monthly chart, we bounce. Then we go to the weekly. The weekly is not nearly as clean. Okay, there's not much of a trend here. Like, what do I want to trade? I want to trade on like the next clean time frame. We're still in an uptrend because the monthly says so. Then we go to the daily. On the daily, this is beautiful. Look, it's just so simple. On the daily, ever since this gap up, every single time we went below the 20 EMA, we bounced. Every single time. 1, bounce. 2, bounce. 3, bounce. So every single time we go beneath the 20 EMA, why the hell would I want to short that? I would just continue going on the same side of the trend. And now if you see my markup, what I have, look, perfect setup. Every single time we went on beneath the 20, I went for the bounce, right? What did we trade last week? Last week, this was our candle, right? We traded this downward wick, right? Everyone's like trying to short this shit. I'm buying on the next day. I opened this candle, and look, we went from 191 all the way to 204. That's a huge gain in 3 days. Like if you can trade options on that, just by thinking about, hey, I'm looking at just where momentum is. Like I don't need to trade the opposite side of where momentum is. I just want to trade on the same side. There's no reason for me to be shorting this. Yeah, look, I can make money both ways, but like, why the hell would I want to be doing that? I can just find the absolute best entry. If it doesn't go my way, I'm out of there. If it does go my way, even better, right? So that's how I use Finviz as my stock screener. Find these nice, beautiful setups. Find these nice trades. You can even look at like on here. You can look at the monthly chart and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if people do that. Like, sorry, this website's super laggy for me. Like Cisco, like looks like dog shit on the monthly chart. Disney looks like terrible, but like you have a bunch of these other setups. Like look, Google, look how beautiful Google is. It respects the 20 EMA so much on the monthly. Just simple stuff like that. Like you don't gotta be. It's not rocket science, guys. You just gotta look with your eyes. Your eyes are the biggest example, like the biggest tool you have in trading. You can be an absolute donkey and just use your eyes, and still trade and make money. It's actually insane. You don't need to learn any of ICT concepts. You don't need to learn anything. Matter of fact, ICT blocked me, and that's the biggest badge of honor you can get in trading. If ICT blocks you, you've made it in trading. Like, this guy thinks he's God. Like, I don't know why people listen to him. Anyways, yeah, this is just a quick video. I mean, if you have any more questions, I would gladly answer because like you see, I have nothing to hide. My trading strategy is pretty transparent. Like, I don't really care if you guys have questions. I will answer them.